What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie ArmWrestler, and it's been a hot minute having one of my good friends on the show for a live. And it's been very weird because at one stage we were living together. I was hanging out with you in Dubai. I was hanging out with you in Norway, in the United States. You couldn't get rid of me. I was going to call you Coach Rash because I was so annoying and always hanging around you that we were together.
Well, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. We're finally separated, you know.
No, I kept clicking on. I was sniffing around and went, ooh, Coach Ray's booked in Norway. Beep, 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 beep. Can I come to Norway, please? Ray's there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only 200,000+ subscribers on the Voice of Arm Wrestling. The guy is just a superstar and very important to the sport. My man, Coach Ray, Raymond Lipens. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing great. I today didn't feel so great. So, I'm doing great, but I didn't feel so great. So I took a big nap during the mid of the day, and I woke up a few hours ago, just ate. So full of energy just to do this podcast right now with you, you know.
Yeah. Don't worry, everyone in chat. I'm going to fucking grill Ray very soon, but I just like it chatting with him because what I want to know, before I say hi to everyone as well, ArmWrestling Odyssey, this thing on Patreon, love it. Give me a bit of background about it. When did you decide it was time? It took you long enough because you've just got access to everything and anything.
Yeah, it took a while. I think we went back home from New Year's celebration. We celebrated in Slovakia, and then we're flying back from Poland. So I visited Kamil, and we just had 3 hours with Kamil. And the footage I got in those 3 hours, I think a lot of people just really opened their eyes who Kamil is. It was just great. It was awesome time there, right? So we got back to Latvia. We started thinking maybe we should do something like this where we showcase a little bit more, because most of the time you're going to meet athletes, it's either in the competition, right after competition, or preparing for next competition, right? So you don't see them what is behind all those other things, right? And so the idea was born. We did the first trip to Mindaugas house in Denmark, spent 4 days there. It was absolutely amazing. I think also every time we do these trips, it helps the athlete. For Devin, it probably didn't help Devin much because Devin is already bigger than anything. But we just did one with Alex Kurdecha, and it is a lot of footage for me to still edit. So we filmed a lot of things. We did a lot of bunch training, everything. Most things raw are on Patreon, right?
Yeah.
And the rest will be I'm telling a story by including moments from our trip. The main thing is the interview. The interview is driving the story of it. So it still takes a lot of planning and a lot of experimenting, because it's not something that we did or I did, right? Tina is doing a lot of work on that. I really hope that people would get behind this on Patreon and support it, because I have to pay for the trips. The videos don't get so much views that you actually get revenue back. So right now, I'll be dead honest, it's not looking great. I hope we can survive this year, and hopefully maybe next year will be better. There was some talks about sponsors getting involved that would, kind of drive the story, whatever. But those fell out. Been some other negotiations. Those were not just great for the things that I wanted to do. They were limiting. Some trips is hard to plan. Some athletes don't have time. Yeah. And some listen, I went to Barbara 3 times. We were to Slovakia 2 times, and I said I'll do this with you. And she just didn't want to do it, And I thought it's a shame, because I think it helps everyone to tell your story. Just tell your story. And then there's something you can show to whoever you want. And I think you have better opportunities to get sponsorships or anything. I think the one we did with Mindaugas, because it was the most in-depth, most prepared, and most everything, was so great that Mindaugas and then he had the match with Giannis, and he just became an instant level up, in my opinion. You can see everywhere. And he showed his, some would say, crazy training, which works, right? And some people think like he's trolling, but it's actually like good scientific things behind it.
Well, he's number one in the world for a while, so it's got to be working.
Yeah. And so pretty much that was like that's it. So right now, hopefully I'll finish the movie next week with Alex Kudecha. I think the timing is great. I didn't know
perfect timing.
Yeah, I didn't know he's gonna fight with Devon. I had no idea. We're sitting there, and he's like, Hermes is texting him, and Hermes is like, I heard you will have a match, and he's like, versus who? And he said, like, you know who? He's like, no, I don't know. And he puts like a D, and it shows me. In my mind, never crossed as Devon. I had no idea. I learned about this week. Or last week, probably, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, Alex, yeah. Because he's like, you know. And I was like, maybe I know. And I was like, Dadikian again? Like, what the hell is there?
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's pretty much it on ArmWrestling Odyssey. So everyone who's watching, if you can become a Patreon, that's probably the best way to support it. Because, like, it's not a lot. We get a few people. It's actually not a lot at all. But so we can plan the next trip and pay at least, I want at least to be 0. Let's say it like this. If I can get 0, that's great, because I want to show those stories, want to tell those stories, and eventually would love to go on a big trip to Australia and get all the best guys there, like tell Lachlan's story, maybe better Rickards, or whoever is there. I guess Ryan is not there anymore, but like there's a lot of arm wrestlers everywhere, and I think I think that's one of the big problems. There's another one, and I don't know if you did it. I made a survey, a world's biggest arm wrestling survey. Right now, it has almost 900 responses, and the idea was there's many questions. It's overall like, who's your favorite arm wrestler? Who do you think is the best this, but and then it's about your country. And we had like countries that are very not involved in arm wrestling doing like 100 answers. Like Pakistan is like there like 100 because they're very much involved in this. So I will make a video that will showcase their best arm wrestlers. At least like this is so it gives some little bit of spotlight, because I think that's what we need. Like right now, like I'm here to build arm wrestling, right? I'm here to build arm wrestling, to help as always, and whatever we can do to showcase. I just
find it really, really weird, Ray, because you're saying that you love arm wrestling and you're building arm wrestling and you're actually doing it, where in the past we're having people at the top saying, oh, I'm doing it for the love of arm wrestling, but it's just clearly about all their egos. It's just it's ridiculous, but it's I don't like the lies. Not from you, Ray, not from you. Don't worry about that. Right, let's say hi to everyone, and then we'll get back into it. Sports Entertainment, Tim Talmadge. I want to talk about Arizona State super matches. You've been at Arizona State before, so you know what it's all about. Showing support, hope others will for these great things. Really appreciate your support, Tim, and cannot wait to see you in a couple of weeks. Arizona State. Right, let's quickly say hi to a few people in the chat, including Carl Becker, an Australian living in America. We love it. Big Grove Goats. This should be interesting. Everything is interesting when Coach Ray is on.
Hey, do you use kilometers or miles?
Kilometers.
Okay, so distance between, you're in Melbourne, right? Yeah. It's 15,500 between us right now. Kilometers. 15,500.
Everything. It's always humbling when I'm on a plane and flying out somewhere to commentate, and it's like, like holy shit, like you don't realize how far around the world like you're going, and then it's like you literally have a mate in Latvia, like you probably never heard of that country before arm wrestling. And now, you got a mate, one of your favorite arm wrestlers growing up. Like I was a huge Giannis fan. And then I met him and I was like, nah. Giannis is great. Ready Bang, Coach Romundo. Coach Ray, what happened, mate? We need you back in our lives. It's getting lonely here. Wow. Don't worry. We'll have a chat soon. My man Armfella's in the chat. We love him. Right. I'll try and quickly say hi to everyone. Then we'll get stuck into it. Brad Butler's there and thereabouts. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Can I use your live to apologize for my live? Because I'm really sorry, guys. Yesterday, to whoever was there, I had a conversation with Devin. When I have that conversation, I don't really follow the chat because I'm there for the conversation, and I missed a lot of.
And you've got like 1,000 people watching. That's hard.
Yeah, and then I missed like a bunch of super chats, and
okay.
And I felt bad about it, like really bad about it. I read like the ones with the question afterwards, but I didn't read like the ones with like "Good luck, Devin" or something like this. And I feel very bad. I think for the future, I will put on a cap. You know, like I will read out only these ones because it's some of them were like there was too many at the end, like too many, and I can't. And I feel like because I haven't done a live in a long time, and Devin is a big star. Everyone always comes on and throws some super chats. I appreciate the support. It helps me feed me, and I need a lot of food, but I feel bad.
Yeah. It's it can, especially with Devin. It can go nuts. And maybe you can have something scrolling at the bottom, $10 minimum, because it's hard. Sometimes you get these I don't want to call them little super chats because I appreciate people can give what they can give.
Yeah, I understand.
When they do like $1.99, but it's like this in-depth 30-minute question, you're like, well, hang on.
Yeah. I also think it like if you start answering to all the questions, it takes away from the conversation. And I had the notes on what I want to talk about, and then we crossed off things that we kind of touched on and don't want to go back, right? And like it's a weird thing, always keep going because someone just joins and they're like, what about Vitaly? And we talked about like for 20 minutes about Vitaly, right? But those were 30 minutes ago. So I apologize.
It'll just be something random. Who would win, Prime Dennis or Prime Levan? It's like, we're talking about his match with Kadecha. Yeah. No. Now, Ray, give an honest opinion. We've roomed together. We've had to share rooms together. We've spent multiple times.
You don't stink. That's 100% true.
But we've been there for some Ripper events, and we've been there for some ones where like the live feeds dropped out mid fucking pay-per-view. Teaming up with me, what's it like?
And like I think we're so used to it. Like you know what you have to do. I knew what I have to do. It was very easy. It's same with like whenever you work with someone that's professional, that treats their work as a professional, it's easy. And for me, it was very easy. Like the things that we did, like just easy. Like we didn't have to do like meetings, talk about. We knew like, okay, someone's gonna give me a cue. We talk. We do this. We talk. We do this. I remember like one of like it wasn't the best streams that when Devin pulled Leonidas, but both of us like at the same time we're like Devin's talking. We're like, we'll just shut up, like right. We just gonna sit here and watch with everyone else what is going on. So like you're one of my favorite people to work with for sure. Like Neil always same. Like with Neil, we have no discussions about nothing. We had sometimes like he's like, you talk now, I talk. Boom, done, right? I think same with you. I'm like, you go, you right, and that's it. And I think it's when it's easy, then it's really fun,
enjoyable.
Yes, way more enjoyable for yourself, right? When it's complicated and you have to think about like 20 things at the same time and kind of not be in the moment, it sucks, right? Like some of my favorite moment was like Levan versus Ermes, like that match, right? Some people can hate. Some people can hate on you, on me, or whatever. But we were arm wrestling fans enjoying amazing arm wrestling moment, right? Yeah. And it was as true as possibly can be, right?
Yeah. No, that's a huge moment for me. And now I know I cop it a lot, and people are like, oh, he says ready bang like quite a lot. It's no different to other arm wrestling commentator catchphrases, and people might think I'm a bit over the top, but you got to understand that I'm molding.
You are a bit over the top. But that's
you've got to be. Like,
but that's who you are. Like, I haven't seen you different. I haven't seen you different. Like, if I go for breakfast, I know you're down there. Let's say it like this. If I go for breakfast, same as I will know if Fia is somewhere down there, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
No. So then Ray turns around and goes back upstairs and gets room. A lot of support here, mate, for your arm wrestling odyssey. It's going to be brilliant. Just saying, signed up. Just keep going at it. Right. I'll scroll a bit down. I just want to try and say hi just a bit. Phil. Oh, cheers, mate. We try our best, Timmy. We try our best. But yeah, it's funny because just one last thing on the commentary before I want to ask you something. Yeah, for me, when I'm in the commentary box, like, there's no way I'm going to out-analyze you. Like the same, you're not going to out-energize me. So when I'm working with Ray, I'm feeding Ray the questions. Everyone's like, Aussie brings nothing. No, I'm trying to bring the best out of my co-commentator. Ray, here we go. What's happening? And then you'll be like, oh, well, look at him engaging his pronation. The back pressure's coming back. Look at him move his elbow. And then when the ready go happens, I come in with all the energy. And, yeah, I think people – but, yeah, I don't really care. To be honest, I'll be commentating at Arizona Sports. Now, Ray, firstly, quickly, Zazie wants to know
Zazie?
Zazie?
XYC.
But it's XAYC. How do you pronounce your YouTube name? Anyway, would you like to go see Nugo and Barcho?
Yeah, of course. So, I think there's great already with all these small trips I visited. Everyone trains completely different. And for me, as an arm wrestling coach, as someone that I want to bring out the best knowledge for the people possible so they can have shortcuts in arm wrestling. I think I already done that. I think with the channel Voice of Armwrestling, we already done that. Many people just watching those videos, they have shortcuts in arm wrestling. They learn techniques. They use maybe better training methods, and they get better faster. That's the shortcut. You don't have to do what I did or someone else did with no real guidance, right? So if I can go to Bacho and see how they train, because they train completely different just from the videos. I would love to go Shadra. There's many. I think there's every time you go somewhere, everyone trains differently. Like even Kurdecha was like, I was looking at it, I was like, no one trains like this. It's very interesting. Like no one really trains like he does. That he will have like the main things that everyone does, but he does it still differently. And I was like, ooh, so you can learn anything from anyone. As far as I know with Ermes, he's been very consistent with his training. He doesn't really change his program much. There's been not a lot of new exercises coming in. If you watch his training with me and the videos that he posted now, it's the same exercises, and it's been years. And a lot of guys will change their training. Like I talked with Devin yesterday, no more weights, just 2 arm work, So I think there's interesting stuff. And if I can bring it to light, bring it for people to understand it better, to think about it, maybe they can find something that fits better for them. So that is the whole plan, because it is arm wrestling. I am coach. It's not my first name, and Ray isn't my last name, as many people do think. But I want to bring the best information for people, and then give some information on this training. Because if you look from outside what Minda is doing, you would think like this would never work. Like what the hell is this? But yet it does, and there's a good like science-based information behind it that I feel like he just figured out himself. Like no one, I don't think he has read a book about training or anatomy or dynamic physiology or whatever. Like he has never done that, but he feels it, which is amazing, so
brilliant. So make sure you check it out, Arm Wrestling Odyssey on Patreon. He's going to dominate there and doing but I made a video the other day. I've got a phone. We froze it. Oh no, we're back. We froze. Got a phone call the other day from Dubai So we're going to run an arm wrestling event. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. We might incorporate some other things. I got very excited because usually when I'm in Dubai, the person I'm sharing a room with is Coach Ray. Did you get a phone call from Dubai?
I might have. There's.
Oh, sexy!
Let's just say there's many pies in the oven right now. Many different pies in the oven, and I think I will not be part anymore of something that I don't believe in or something that I think will not make the sport better. Like you asked the question, like what will make arm wrestling mainstream, right? What is your answer? Like your quick answer.
My just kill dead time. Get rid of dead time.
Mm-hmm.
It would be my first thing. We're so far behind from making it mainstream. The paid videos from Charles Sonnen didn't. Juju was probably Juju and Larry Wheels were our best shot. They made it way more popular, but it's the dead time. It's the 6 hour, 7 hour events. They kill it.
Question: what do you think? So let's say if arm wrestling is not mainstream, is powerlifting mainstream? Is bodybuilding mainstream? And is strongman mainstream?
I think bodybuilding and powerlifting, I believe, are mainstream. No, sorry, bodybuilding and strongman. I believe strongman is mainstream. The world's strongest man is highlighted usually every year on ESPN. I can't remember this year. I do believe, as well as bodybuilding. I do believe bodybuilding's mainstream.
So think about it like this. Every time, no real big news outlets. Okay, so when you go mainstream, big news talk about you. Everyone talks about you, right? No big news outlets will break down who won Mr. Olympia or who's the new world's strongest man, because it comes with a stigma. And as much as I thought about it, like how we can get arm wrestling mainstream, we have to get rid of the stigma that is PEDs. There's no other way around it. UFC became mainstream because they were starting to fight PEDs, right? And we can see how the athletes change, like literally they changed, right? So we're talking about mainstream, but mainstream can mean a lot of different things. I think first we need to think about like how we get to next level. And I do think like arm wrestling right now, powerlifting and arm wrestling, we're ahead of powerlifting, because powerlifting is, with all apologies from a former powerlifter, it's the most boring thing ever, right? Bodybuilding is so well known because big stars carry it, and everyone who wants to be in good shape does bodybuilding, so it's associated with being in good shape, blah, blah, blah. It's higher, but not as a sport, as a leisure, as an activity, as a fitness. So arm wrestling as a sport, we now need to reach strongman. We need not one, I think we need at least 10 global stars. That's how much they would have. Because they will have Hafthor, everyone knows Hafthor, Eddie is big star, and Brian Shaw, right? And then some other legends. And depending on the countries, they are all bigger stars than most arm wrestlers are, right? Even like, think about it like this, weightlifting, right? Olympic sport. It's not mainstream. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
I'll watch it in Olympics just to see if Georgians can break another world records, right? And like it's impressive things, but no one cares. So we're like, I'm all the time like thinking about like mainstream. What will, like, I'm thinking what we want is sponsors looking at us with interest, right? News talking about us. If you're a big star, like I think Levan is a big star in his country. He has like probably more money from outside of arm wrestling than from arm wrestling, right? But if we can bring it to more people there, it's better. And this is where we can't just be right now reliant on King of Table East versus West. We need arm wrestling entertainment. We need all the opportunities we can have to showcase great arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And like
Tim
you said,
is making really good.
Yeah, Tim is always doing his best just to bring it together for his events, right? It's not really for him to make money. It's for him to have a good party, like literally.
Yeah.
Right. Cutting the downtime, because arm wrestling, the best part about arm wrestling is arm wrestling. Like that's the best part.
Yeah.
Like if I go to competition, I don't say like, oh man, I can't wait to get a foul. Like I can't wait, like I can't wait to have a
Can't
great
wait
match.
to walk away from the table again.
Yes. That's the biggest problems. And I think right now, like EVW, they address some of those things. They started like, 15 seconds and then it's referee's grip, blah, blah, blah. Some things are being done, but I think we need to run to it. We really need to run to it and make it faster.
I'll give you a quick example of why we need to kill the downtime. Look at slap fighting. It's over like that. They stand up within a couple of like I don't
there's
like
a big
it.
shock moment.
It.
There's a shock moment all the time. Someone's going to get knocked out.
And there's this new sport coming out called Run It.
I saw it. Man. You guys are crazy.
2 rugby players just standing at one end of the room, run into each other. Someone dies. But right. I'm glad you brought up these because I got a couple of questions about that. Just quickly, Aussie, who paid Chael to make those videos? In my opinion, it was very obvious that they were paid videos. I've been paid to make videos. I know a lot of people that get paid to make videos. When it came to Devon and Levan, Chael Sonnen made those videos. I believe, I have no source, it's just a gut feeling. I mean, he kept calling Levan a Turk. Now, if you were really, really interested in what was going on, you would at least know the country where the big fella's from. He made 2, I think it was 2 videos. In my opinion, they were paid for. I looked up prices for Chael Sonnen, so I thought maybe I'll pay Chael to. I've never paid someone to come on the show. Sorry, Ray, but I always thought maybe I'll pay if he's But
okay.
In my opinion, but everyone's
that thought never crossed my mind. Like really, I never thought could be. Why not? If someone pays, just get it out, right? It was a big moment. I think it was a really big moment. Yeah, never crossed my mind. Interesting.
Yeah, so there you go. Arm wrestling is a sport, strongman, and bodybuilding a circus act. Bodybuilding isn't even a sport. But people are.
I think everyone understands what I mean when I talk about this. They are in the same world we live in, right? Like there's arm wrestling. I do feel like arm wrestling, because it's a mix of strength and combat, might be the thing that really jumps out from everyone, because there's more interesting, there's more action than anywhere else. Like the sports that have been around forever, like powerlifting, kettlebells, and whatever. Like the whole so boring. Like you don't care. Like I will watch a video of someone hitting a new world record, and I'll be like, that's impressive, right? I've been to enough meets where it's not interesting at all if you're not competing, and it's different. But we still, I think the problem is stopping the matches, not having enough matches, having every match end on a fouls. And I think if we fix that, arm wrestling can hit new levels, because there's some amazing arm wrestling moments that are some just insane, like hook wars, top roll wars, someone without no wrist or whatever. Like those are the best moments of the sport. Not anything else. Like it's just bullshit, in my opinion. Yeah. We cut out the fat. We just leave that, and we try to make it better. Like I talk about Mac a lot, but I did think they did many things super well. The first thing they did well was just one of those rounds ended on fouls. One of the rounds in whole day of competition, as far as I know, the one guy just fouled out. I think BLM fouled out, and that was it. And rest were pins. That's amazing.
It was a good event.
Yeah.
Now with that, Ray, I always say the arm wrestling fans and the arm wrestling world are lunatics, but they're not dumb. I mean, look at the whole Devon versus Sanders thing. They realized that, not to bring it up or anything, they realized Neil was using clips from the match in thumbnails, but saying the match hadn't happened. Like they're aware of everything. Mm-hmm. And we're aware that you're not at East versus West anymore. Why?
The easy or like the honest answer, I haven't been invited anymore. Since Georgia event, no one really talked to me. I haven't been invited. I haven't been part of it. And like you can understand the message very easily. Like I'm also not very dumb, not trying to be. Maybe have some pain when I was a kid, but pretty smart guy. So I understand when I'm not needed. And that's pretty much it. So when someone asks me like, well, Ray, will you be there? No, I will not. No.
Can I
But
tell you what I think actually happened?
I didn't have any explanations. Like literally, someone says like, Ray is not saying because there's no disclosure, nothing. No, I didn't have any contracts, anything. No one told me anything, and just like this, which is hurtful, but I'm used to it at this point, and it's fine.
Oh, mate, I get it, but you don't have to answer, Ray, because you are my friend. Can I tell you exactly what I think has happened? And before I get to this, all your chats in a moment. I think because, one, you just mentioned it, you're not under contract. So you're allowed to do what you want whenever you want, right? You have been to every single East versus Western King of the Table, correct? Or just about everyone?
Not anymore. But
besides the last two, East versus West.
I wasn't on King of Table 2 when John pulled Devon.
Okay, so all bar one.
Yep.
30 events. Amazing feat. I think that you went to Mac, and it wasn't about you competing. I think you didn't go, can I please commentate Mac? And I think you jumped in the booth because Matt came, they brought you over, they looked after you, even got to spend some time with Devon. And I think because you commentated at Mac, I didn't ask for permission. Oh, please, can I go and work somewhere? I think someone's got their knickers in a knot and they went, right, fuck ya, no more. And they've probably sent you a very blunt message saying you're done, and that's it, because you commentated at Mac. Any truth behind that?
I don't know. Like, I'm 100% honest. No one told me anything. And I informed East versus West, and I was going to Canada. I was going for Mac, right? Ian is a good friend with Robert Baxter, as far as I know. It shouldn't be any problem there. But, like, you can always speculate. And whatever is the reason, it is the reason. And
that's right, mate. You're my friend. I don't want to put you under the pump.
No, it's fine. Like it is ridiculous in my head, because I thought like I didn't ask
30 plus events.
I didn't ask to be any of those positions. I didn't ask to. I was there to help. Like, fine. It's very easy. If I'm not needed, like, I don't want to be where I'm not needed. And I think that is very easy. If they have the people and they have whatever the plan is, whatever, it's fine with me. Like, I will not stop. I'll keep on working with arm wrestling, with arm wrestlers, with different promotions, different events. I wasn't invited to many places because people thought I'm under contract or whatever, and I skipped some opportunities, and I'm not just doing that anymore. And it's fine. I hope Robert Baxter brings EVW to the mainstream and we get what we want, whatever that means, right? At least brings it to the next level. Let's say it like this, right?
Yeah,
I hope
next level.
It all happens. It sucks when I'm not involved, right? But it is what it is. And we just I think, what is the saying? Those who will adapt will stay, right? So I just have to adapt to the situation, just do some other stuff.
No, that's right. And you're killing it. 200,000+ subscribers on YouTube. So, and now that I think people are understanding that you're a free agent, even though that you already were, you're allowed to go wherever you want because, you're an adult, not under contract. I think we'll see more of Ray round trip. You can come back and join me. Because I'll be at Arizona State. Right. The chat's been very patient. Let me get into it. Big Grove Goats says they weren't paid. I talked to Chael about John Brzenk and his story, which piqued his interest and led to those videos. He wasn't paid. I get it. I get it. And I'm not saying that you didn't talk to Chael. But if you spoke to John Brzenk, if you spoke to John Brzenk, he would have made videos about John Brzenk, in my opinion. But awesome, because I'm a huge fight fan. Yeah, I'm a huge fight fan, so love that you got to just hang out with him. Matthias. Love Matthias. Stay powerful, you savages. Much love from the whole Mac team. They're trying a 70 Super Mac event soon.
Yeah.
Ian's drunk.
They are drunk. They're pretty crazy there. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah.
I'll definitely keep an eye out for that one. But thank you very much, Matthias, you superstar. Make sure you go check out Mac. Just quickly go. Yep, everyone's basically agreeing with what we're saying. People think I'm on the money. But I'm not putting Ray on the pump. Ray is my friend, but
man, I can't say if that is true or not. Like I said, no one talked with me. I'm dead honest. No one talked with me. No one sent me a message said like, Ray, you're not going to be part of this. You're not invited anymore. I just wasn't invited anymore, and that's it.
And I'm big on that. I don't want to go where I'm not wanted, and I'm not bothered about this. I don't want to bring his name up much anymore. He's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. But ever since X versus 1, I've been getting abusive text messages, so I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I'm really tied up with Arm Sports Entertainment, and I commentate 3 times a week here in Australia for other sports. It's okay. Like, there's plenty of arm wrestling going around. It's in there. And Beata from Norway, he's up and about, which is good. Engen's angry bottom lip. It's disgusting how they've treated Ray. I don't like it. Just out of nowhere, I don't like it. I wish more people would speak publicly. Now, knowing you, Ray, you've probably said, don't say anything. If I'm not wanted, I'm not wanted. But I kind of just wish more people would go, that's shit house, mate. Like, Ray's awesome. Like, you're friends with everyone. You were the ultimate translator before they found other translators. You were interviewer, pre-game, post-game, commentator, like, we would literally run from the commentary booth so you would translate for Vitali. And then we'd have to run back to the commentary booth together. Like, you were doing it all. And I just wish more people would say, that's, not ideal. Not ideal.
Good guys finish last, let's say it like this, I guess. Right?
No, they don't. I'm a good guy, and I've got the hottest wife in the world. I've got the 2 best-looking kids in the world. I've spent 3 years making a living off arm wrestling. I've traveled the world. I have friends everywhere. Good guys always finish first. We just got to play the long game, Ray. We just got to play the long game. You know what I mean? I was at Vegas the other week, thanks to Tim Talmadge. Vegas.
Lost your hair.
I did.
Listen, I think you and John are living your WWE dream. Like, I commented it was just exactly what it is. It's fun. I think it's super fun. Like, listen, however you want to live or can live through arm wrestling, I think that's amazing, right? Yeah.
We're in Vegas having a lot of fun. Met some heroes. Well, not heroes, but, met people we grew up watching. They really loved the sport. So, and hopefully they'll be back. You're generally one of the voices of arm wrestling. Pardon the pun. Ozzy, Neil, Ryan, and Ray. You'll be back, mate. Maybe Knuckles Up one more time. Well, I don't think Knuckles Up any more at this stage. Their last event was in January, and there was a lot of controversy, but wishing them all the best. Yeah, I mean, you've copped it more than anyone, Ray. Why can't arm wrestling promotions just pay in a relatively rough time zone?
I can Listen, I think everyone is too enthusiastic about things. They think like we're gonna make a good card, and people will buy it, and like we will make money, and we will pay people for the card, and it doesn't work like that. Like most
Mm.
people are not interested on most matches. Like the matches, like I think matchmaking needs to take a look at, especially if you're a smaller promoter. So smaller promoters, I recommend to everyone, make belts, make championships, make it more important, make storylines where actually these guys pulled before. There's a history, and we want to see it again because it might be awesome, right? Not just picking up matches from this guy versus this guy. Like I don't care about any of these guys. So I think that is the biggest problem. Like knuckles up matches, some of those matches, like I bought it for the last one, Ryan and Tom. That was the match for me. I really was interested in it, but there's a personal interest for me, right? For
Yeah.
many other people, like they kind of I don't know. If they would pull one more time, Ryan and Tom, I think more people would buy in because there's great story, great history. Ryan's gonna weigh in like 4 days earlier at 70 kilos in his own room. Like there's gonna be great things happening from it. So if you're trying to sell a pay-per-view, I think it's almost impossible at this time. Plus, EVW is such a big player. They do have all the best athletes, like all the best athletes. They can pick anyone and everyone will just run to them, which is awesome for arm wrestlers, right? If they can get paid and make money. For smaller promoters, I do think there's other ways to do it. I have talked with many of them. I think one of the things right now is live audience. We never had it, and now you actually can sell tickets and fill out the room, and that will cover most things just because people really want to see it live. You can sell your drinks there, your food there, you're
Yeah.
going to make extra buck there, and if you put on a card for free live, you can attract more sponsors than behind closed door. Because if you have a pay-per-view, and also like I think with the whole pay-per-view model, I think that what kills it a little bit is that you can still see the videos outside. Like you can wait and the video is going to be posted. So it's coming anyway. And if I'm not really interested in this, I can just wait. Like it's not life and death. I think gambling, if any of the
Yeah.
promoters get a real gambling sponsor, it's going to change the game. Even now, like there's pages where you can get. I gambled on the last event, and actually made some money. Turns out I know a little bit about arm wrestling.
I wish I had that gambling site because I got 10 out of 12 correct.
Yeah.
At the last East versus West.
Yeah, I had like bunch of like you can do a combined bet, and just it hurts because the one that didn't go through.
It's always that one leg. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rustam versus Todd. In that one I had where Rustam won and Vitali won. And then in the other I had that Rustam won, but Michael won. Like some other way. And Todd Hutchings won, and I was like, and I put like 50 cents and I could take out 3,000 from that one. And I was like, I know. But I think those are the things that, like, if you're a small promoter, and for people, it's also, there's at some point there was every week there's an arm wrestling event that you have to buy pay-per-view for. I think it's just going to be exhausting. It's not going to work out, and more people will be less interested. I think we have to rethink the model. EVW can do the model because they are a big player. Like if you come in and you say we will make a roster and we have millions and we can do this for free without any money for 3 years, then you can do it. But you slowly build up your talent, whatever. You make your league, you make it interesting. But now it's very, very hard. And you know this. You've been a part of many events, and you talk with many promoters, and they will tell you the numbers. And those numbers are beyond sad. They're beyond sad. They don't cover shit,
They don't cover the bloody breakfast.
Yes. So fill out audience, and if you can bring, few people, like for Mac. Like Mac paid me very well for attendance and for match. I didn't ask anything for the match. They just paid me for commentary. I said I'll just love to pull guys. And there were so much people in the audience, and they said most of them just came to see me, just because they're fans. It was awesome, right? I couldn't stop taking pictures with everyone. Everyone was just there just to see me. And I think there's more people that you can bring over. They don't even have to compete. They just have to be there for people. I think we should in person is better than
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I
Absolutely.
listen. I do. There's someone gambling is cancer, dude. I believe it, but
Yeah.
if we're really thinking of it, like how do we
We're just
reach
thinking of
next level?
mainstream and sponsoring. Like
I just
I don't gamble, but
yeah.
I know the benefits of that. Right. I'm going to get to some comments, a quick chat and everything. Guys, we're going to go for about another 10, 15 minutes. Won't go for too long. A really good, in-depth, a different side of Coach Ray, which I'm loving. My man, Mark, he's hanging about. Says, sorry, Ray, you deserve better. You both do. Welcome to the club, Ray. My man, Joe. We're all enemies of the sports. Let me scroll down there because there's so many. Hey, what's going on, Aaron? What just happened? I came. Well, I'm not sure.
What, like probably clean up and stuff like that.
Get some soap.
Yeah.
Maybe change your shorts. Heard Knuckles Up is building a super match card as we speak. Awesome. There you go. Good. I the more the better in my opinion. In my opinion, right. Scroll down quickly. Phil Woody says, business aside, these two are great ambassadors. Always have my support for their dedication, education, and positive energy. Hashtag Outcast. Hashtag Dead Set Legends. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Phil. I'm really behind on the comments. And gifted Aussie Arm Wrestler membership. It's going to be brilliant. Thank you so much. I want to get your opinion on this. Let me just get this up on the screen, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So this is happening in a couple of weeks. Now, yes, it is the pay-per-view model for this one, but it's only like $8, guys. So if you can, support Arm Sports Entertainment. I'll be commentating. Uncle John will be commentating. I even think Don Underwood's commentating. We're all going to be there. It's 6 matches. Is there one? And this is the one thing that I like. You were talking about characters, and people that aren't the elite, that aren't under the EVW thing. But look at some of the names on this 6-match supercard. I mean, John Terrian pulls every week. Adam Wazinski's a modern-day Clark Kent Superman. Everyone loves Pork Chop. Uncle John's a piece of shit. but he's my piece of shit. He's my best mate. So you know what he's going to bring. Bogdan, very entertaining puller. But it's just all there, guys. So for $8, you can watch these amazing matches. But what stands out to you on this one, Ray?
I have to apologize to Tim because I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to pull John Terrian, but at the same time, it's the same day as European Championship, and I'm president and team captain. And I completely forgot, and I feel very bad. Me and John, we have to cancel the match for, I think now it's 5th time. It's 2nd time this year that me and John Terrian canceled the match. So that kind of sucks. The card is great. I'm from these matches, Adam and John is very interesting for me. For me, is interesting is can John stay away from inside, because probably it's going to end up in a hook, and I don't think you can beat Adam Wawrzinski in a deep, long match. John and Bogdan, very cool match, because I think John has been leveling up like crazy. He's a fridge now, right? And Bogdan's been crazy good in almost every technique, and looks 20-year-old and is like 78 or something. Paul Talbot and David Eggen, very interesting matchup. Paul is coming up in weight, I think, in this one. No, but they both can pull 85, I think. Yeah, both solid, really high-level pullers. I think right now it would be for number 2 in North America, if I'm correct on left arm. I might not be right. All the other matches, like girls, I'm really not. I don't know. Cody and Mario. I have Mario, and I don't know Mike but I do know Curtis. I love Curtis. He's such a character. Like, yeah, he's freaking awesome. Yeah.
All right. So Arm Sports Entertainment, guys, make sure you buy it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there.
Paul is one, David is two. I would think Vrej is number one. Didn't we have that match already? I think Vrej is number one. Oh, that's Mega Mike. Why?
That's Mega Mike. That's what I mean. They need to put Mega Mike on the poster, and Pork Chop and Uncle John put there, and Super Mario, the dead set weapon. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm so excited. For $1, I think it's like $1.15 each. You get these world-class matches. They really are world-class matches, and I can't wait to get over there and call this one.
Yeah, I sucks I'm missing Arizona again. The few times I've been there was always super fun, and like I think last time you and John trying to do some stand-up, I kind of screwed you guys over a little bit. I interrupted your punchlines.
That'd be right, you shit bloke. No, we like to warm up the crowd before the event starts, because you know what it's like. You're at a tournament, you've weighed in early, everyone's just sitting around. So I just grabbed the microphone and started jumping on stage, having a laugh.
So have you been on airplanes lately? Like what's with the seating? Like there's no space for your boobs,
What's with peanuts?
What's with the peanuts?
Ray, you know who I am. Get my number from Jake or Neil and hit me up. Let me see what I can do for you. You're a good guy. What about me, Mark? Yes, you do. You do. You've met him at an event before. He's a ripper dude. Ripper.
Okay.
I'll quickly tell you.
Neil in the chat.
Oh, nice.
It's all
nice.
Yeah.
Let me scroll down. Everyone's just quickly saying, yes, you've already bought that pay-per-view, you legend. I just came to the live, man. What happened? You'll have to rewind back. You'll have to, Can't go. I think it was around the 27-minute mark. That's right. $7.99. $7.99. Evening, lads. Just dropping in quick on my way home. And look who Jake has on live. It's hard to just read this. Hang on, let me just move it so people can see your face. It's hard to read Neil's chat normally. You got to read it like Neil.
Can you read it in his voice?
Yeah, it's like, evening lads, just dropping in a quick home, and look who Jake has on live. Rolling Ray, my guy. Saw the poll, and my answer that is Ray is iron and is a massively underrated arm wrestler. Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's not about Neil, but congratulations, James Statham. What a beautiful baby. Congratulations, James. I was very excited when I saw that.
I'm just happy he finally had sex, man. I'm just happy about that.
But just unlucky that he had it once and then had a baby.
Probably.
Might turn him off.
You shoot and you score.
Oh, and I'll tell you what was a bit sexy. Speaking of Neil Pickup, they showed a bit of John Thompson, Kieran Morrison on the old Instagrams. Just reliving the javelin. What a time. I love it. But get over and check that out. So you got to go to Arm Wars. Go check that out. I mean, obviously, if you know Aussie Arm Wrestler, everyone subscribed to Arm Wars because, it was the original Super Match series. I mean, how can you not get excited? What happened to Ray? I don't know the news. Well, I can't recap for you, buddy. I really can't. I just can't. All righty, I'll scroll down. All hail the king, Aussie the arm wrestler who never disappoints in entertainment. Hi, Coach Ray. Enjoying the lives this week. You're a class act. Brilliant. Gotta love it. Thank you very much, Lucky. You superstar. I've got two more questions for Ray, and then we'll rock and or roll. We got a bit on today. Greg Brown TV. You've met Greg, haven't you?
I think I did. I I seen enough online that I feel like I met him, but I don't know.
He's awesome. Awesome. Just a great he's like,
that's what I'm hearing, but I don't like listen, I'm trying to be the awesome guy. I hate when everyone else is awesome, you know. I have to get used to you being awesome. Like it's already like feel like isn't it like if I'm awesome and you awesome, it takes away from me being more awesome?
No, there's plenty of room at the top.
Really?
Absolutely.
Everyone knows about this, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think the one thing I learned when I first started in arm wrestling is people would get excited. I'd be like, oh, the legend Joe Nelson's in the chat. And then I would call someone else a legend. And we use it as a very endearing term. But I notice, especially in the US, people would be like, oh, okay. So everyone's a legend.
Everyone's a legend, yeah. I would think it would be better if you just let your Aussie out and call everyone a aunt.
Oh, I do at events. I drop the C word a lot at events, but not like I've got to be professional at some stage.
I wouldn't be. I would be the least professional. I am already like the least professional guy ever. So I would just go full like your aunt. Everyone's
say it, Ray. Say it. Say it. Drop the C word. You're allowed to.
Cunt.
Yes, we got him. Right. I got 2 questions for Ray, and then we'll wrap up. Just want to say hi to as many people as I can. So really appreciate you all joining, including Cody Merritt.
Hey, Cody.
We love it. Legend to ask you a question. No, they'd have to apologize to me first. Okay, everyone's saying hi. Just the name got me. Angry Shadow. That's a good one. Right. Ray.
I lost my sound. I don't know what happened.
I finally broke him.
I shouldn't have been playing around with my computer too much. What happened, Ray?
Can you hear me?
Why? I can hear you. I have no idea what happened. Man, can I leave and come back, or it's not going to work like this?
Try it.
Yeah. Show me this, that it's okay. Yeah, maybe you just showed it for no reason. Maybe it's...
We'll see if Ray comes back. I'm going to ask him 2 questions. If he thinks Levan's lift is legit, and who will win out of Levan and Ermes, and then we'll wrap up the show. Unless you guys have... I wonder if Ray got a message saying, you're saying too much. Get out of the stream. We'll see if he comes back into it. But thank you all so much for joining. Let's see. Ray, can you hear us? Ray.
Yes.
Hey. Yes. Right. 2 quick questions before we wrap up. Try and cube it as much as you can. I've told the chat what I'm going to ask. 1, do you think Levan's lift is, when I say legit, would it pass in a competition?
What kind of competition? Cheat curl lift?
Not a cheat curl lift.
But it wasn't meant as a strict curl. Of course, it's not. No. But it's more just a test of strength, nothing else.
Love it. And who do you think will win between Levan and Ermes? What are we? Just under a month away now.
I'm getting kind of biased because I really want for Ermes to succeed. I still have Levan as the favorite, 60-40 coming in, because it will be very interesting to see what he has added to his arm wrestling, right? And he's very smart puller. He's a great champion. Like, I think if his English would be better, everyone would just absolutely love it. The things that he says, and I have like seen the subtitles in the he's very, very intelligent. He gives props to everyone. He's a great champion. Saying that, Ermes is coming in super prepared. Like, I don't think you can prepare better than that. And I think he will do his best to win him. Coming in the match, 60-40 for Levan. We'll see if it changes during the match.
60-40, you think it's that close?
Yes. I think so.
Well, I'm always confident in Ermes. Usually when Levan pulls, it's Levan, no questions asked. But I'm always influenced when you see people in person. And remember when the last time they pulled, first of all, Ermes was struggling to breathe in the car. He was 140 kilos. But remember him just pacing around, and he wasn't as jovial and laughing. Like, he really, after the press conference, he wanted Levan bad. He wanted to pull him that night. He didn't want to wait another 24 hours. So, yeah. So I can only imagine, and I'll get Ermes on the show beforehand, but I'm very excited. Very excited. And you know what? If Levan goes in a King's move again, he goes into a King's move again. That's no one has let me down for that. I got lost as a fan. And yeah, everyone's like, Aussie's a shit commentator. He called a top roller King's move. It's like, motherfuckers, one mistake. I've got the best out of every commentator I've worked with, and that's what you hold on to. Made one little mistake and admitted it straight away because you were like, that's not a King's move. I'm like, I know. I got lost in the moment because we all thought it was going to be just a whitewash. We all thought, and then when
it was
coming,
awesome,
it's coming.
It was an amazing match. It was amazing.
It was going to be great. Last comment here from Alex McDonald. He's been a member for 32 months. What a bloody legend. Almost 3 years. I absolutely love it. And g'day to Annie Becker, who's been a member for 2 years. 2. That is ridiculous. As in a good ridiculous. And I'm just really appreciative of all the support. I love it. Right. Can we all please thank the man? He didn't have to, but he wanted to jump on, shoot the shit. I grilled him. I thought I was going to get something out of him, but he is the man. You can check him out. He's still doing the fix?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean that in a respectful way because I have 2 young girls commentating 3 times a week in Australia. So my attention to YouTube doesn't happen. Like, you guys are on a Monday morning. I'm getting the girls ready. I'm prepping for sport. So I don't watch a lot of YouTube. So I do apologize there. So awesome. You can check him out. Ray's doing his own thing. Get over to Patreon, Arm Wrestling Odyssey, and sign up so you can see Ray go around the world and get more in-depth, more behind the scenes, and get into the minds of how these athletes train and why they train. It's going to be there. Ray, thank you so much for your time. I know it's all midnight there. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for waking up so early to talk with me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, everyone reaching out to me. But like everyone asks and everyone says like they're gonna boycott something. Or just leave it alone. Everything is still great. They're doing great things for the sport. Whatever the situation is, I'm fine. Everything's gonna be better than it was before. So like all I can say is stay strong, love arm wrestling, guys. And thank you, Jake.
Beautiful. Better words were never spoken.